All praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Rakah Kwadash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, and Shalom to the elected nation of Israel. And this is going to be a video on how there's been many side effects that have came as a result of men standing up for themselves, man, and not taking women's bullshit no more, right? And what you're going to see in this video is several, and I was just looking for different thumbnails from different videos around the internet for about maybe 5 minutes, right, to make this video. And there's so many different cases of women doing things against other women, or women doing things against other people, to where you have to realize that this is a result of them realizing that men ain't taking their BS no more and they're lashing out, right? And even in scenarios where men are not involved, these women are still evil towards each other even, right? And the competition between women in this world, right, is silent. But the competition between women that they want to have with men, they make sure that's loud. They try and compete with men loudly. Oh, we're better than men in this, we're better than men in that. And they're not better than men in any of the things that they claim to be better than us in, by the way. But they claim it though. But the competition that women have between each other is silent. We all know when they're dressing up and wearing a lot of these clothes some of the time, and when they're doing some of this cosmetic surgery stuff, that's a competition that women have between themselves, right? And the winner of the competition is normally who can get the best quality man. But they're bugged out, man. They're bugging out because men don't want to deal with them no more. Men have realized that they're full of shit. So men ain't taking their BS no more, and it's causing them to lash out towards the world in general, right? They're not really understanding how to handle what's going on. This is Ecclesiasticus chapter 25 and verse 13. Give me any plague but the plague of the heart, and any wickedness but the wickedness of a woman. And let's just scroll through some more of these titles. So here we got this title here: apartment manager brutally unalives mother and daughter. Right, and there's the apartment manager, and I know it might look like Samuel L. Jackson, but to my knowledge, that's a woman. Right, that kind of looks like Samuel L. Jackson a bit, but that's a woman, mate. Right, let's go to another one. Popular influencer unalived by her grandmother after she did this. So the grandmother is taking out the granddaughter in this world. Now, you can't blame men for that. But this is still a result of the things where men ain't dealing with these women no more. Men are no longer dealing with these women on their outrageous terms where the woman will be straight clapped, expecting the utmost in this world. And men are like, nah, no thanks. I ain't trying to go for that deal. No, thank you. No thanks, mate. And because of that, women are bugging out, man. And they're doing crazy crimes, right? They're doing things that they used to accuse men of doing. They're showing themselves to be predators. But they used to try and accuse men of being that. But then now we're starting to see that the same things that men was being accused of for being predators and so-called taking advantage of people, women are doing that same thing. But the world doesn't want to ever acknowledge that a man could be considered a victim of anything that a woman does, right? They don't want to ever acknowledge that. But now they've got no choice but to acknowledge it, man. Here's another one. Social media beef causes 20 women to attack and STAB, mother of 4, to unalivement, right? That's what's happening out here. 21 women was involved in an attack. Now, can you blame men for that? Can men be blamed for that? Because women are strong and can do whatever they want to do, right? All wickedness is but little to the wickedness of a woman. Because here's the thing, all the crimes that men can be accused of doing, guess what? Women can do all of those things, and they can do other more wickedness too. A man can't make a woman get pregnant and then trick her into thinking that that's her child for 20 years and then have her on child support running it off and then tell her afterwards, actually, that's not your child. That can't happen. It's not physically possible. But a woman can do that to a man, though. A woman can trick a man into thinking that a child's his, with running him into the dirt, man. Right? And then afterwards say, oh, it wasn't your child anyway, and say and sit down comfortably on the sofa expecting that nothing's going to happen to her. Women can expect men to have to go out and make all the amounts of money, that 3-4 times their salary, right, and not look their direction for any kind of money ever, while they just store up all of their money and use it for whatever what they want to do with it. and then all be making the same exact amount of money or less and call him broke. All wickedness is but little to the wickedness of a woman, man. And all of these things that are happening to these women out there, I personally don't feel sorry for none of them, man, because this is judgment from Yahweh, Bahasham Yahweh Shai. Right? Let's go to some more articles. Her boyfriend's other girlfriend unalived her after finding out. So this is this world's version of so-called adultery. But really, if both of them women like that man, they should have both been his wives. That's what's supposed to happen in this world. That's what's supposed to happen. And for all these women that claim to be Christian in this world, it's funny that they don't understand that, right? That a man can have more than one woman. A man having more than one woman actually helps increase a family's wealth, and it helps maintain a woman's purity. Because if there's 4 women, 5 women, 6 women, 7 women, 10 women that they all like the same man, they can all build a family together, and none of them women have to run up their body count with other men out there in this world. But because the women in this world have got so much spirits on them, they don't want to acknowledge it, and then they still end up dealing with the same men and running up their body count anyway. They still end up dealing with loads of men that they had so-called had a problem with. They still end up doing it anyway, because they all end up running, which they got the right to, I guess, if you want to say that. They can all try and find whatever man they want to find. I guess you can say that, I guess, right? But then if there's a man that there's 20 women that all find him attractive, what do you think he's going to do? What do you think he's going to do? It's not like none of you women have tried to make yourselves really in this world be any more unique than any other woman. You all pretty much want to wear the same bags. You all pretty much want to wear the same jeans, the same dresses. You want to have the same look. You want to have the same hairstyles, right? And on this particular channel, this Black Girl on Lost channel, this particular hairstyle, yeah, is a heavy trend on this particular gelled sides hairstyle is a very common theme that's on this channel, and she's basically got it too. That gelled edges, right? This woman's basically got it too. That gelled edges hairstyle, man, is a common Eve hairdo. You understand? Let's look at some more. I'm effing drunk. Top 7 most erratic DUI arrests. And most of these drink driving things, when you watch these channels, man, they're women. Women driving drunk, looking like some scallywags, falling out the car, and then they're trying to throw it back on the police officer, twerking on him and that, moaning in the officer's ear because they've already in the past drunk drived, and then they was able to throw the officer some box, and he turned his I'm gonna have to turn my body camera off, and then they got away with it. So they're just used to trying to use their body to get away with things, and they've run up their body counts on a mad one. Right? That's what's been happening out here. All wickedness is but little to the wickedness of a woman. Ecclesiasticus chapter 25 verse 19. All wickedness is but little to the wickedness of a woman. Let the portion of a sinner fall upon her. Ecclesiasticus chapter 25 verse 13. Give me any plague but the plague of the heart, and any wickedness but the wickedness of a woman. Letting you know that the things that women are going to do that are wicked are way worse than what a man's going to do. I'd be way more scared of a woman trying to plan and do something evil towards me than a man. I'd be way more bothered than what a man's going to do. Because a women are demons, man. Straight up. And that ain't no, I'm an incel and no, none of this. Mate, women are demons, man. They got spirits on them, man. They just have, bro. And if you don't want to accept that, that's your problem. If you want to think, nah, but it's because the man ain't doing what the man's supposed to do, though. Well, that's what you can think, right? But there's plenty of men out here that have made more, that are making more money than the majority of us men, and they're still dealing with women on it and having to go through problems with them too. There's stand-up comedians that are supposed to be about laughing and joking, and they, even when it comes to talking about women, they get serious. They've made a whole career out of jokes about women. Chris Rock had a whole bunch of jokes about women. Corey Holcomb, he stays going in on women. These podcasting mans, some of these podcasting mans that they didn't even really used to go in on women like that. There's one I'm thinking about right now that his channel's not even, his channel's kind of big. He's known among them manosphere guys, but his channel's not one of the most popular ones. But he even started going in on some of these women, and he's an older Jake. He's an older Jake. He might be like in his 50s, right? And even he started having to go in on these women, man. Maybe he might even be closer to 60, like mid 50s, 60s. And even he started to have to look at what women are saying. Like, they're thinking that they can make all this money and not have to build with no man and that. And it's just ridiculous. But he never used to talk like that on his channel. And even women have started going in on women. That's how you know that the women things, they're bugged out, man. And it's because of men not taking their BS no more, man. That's a side effect. So then because of that, they're starting to just lash out at the world, man. They're starting to just lash out. They're drunk driving. You know what I mean? They're drunk driving and they're trying to forget about all the things. They're trying to forget about the evil that they've did. And they're trying to somehow make an algorithm in their mind and how they can blame a man for the badness that's going on in their life. But then it's not working. So then they're just having to drink themselves to sleep, man. And then they're waking up and then they're deciding to drive and they're crashing their car on a mad one out here, man. Spazzing out. Body cam. Woman nearly falls during sobriety test. And as you can see from some of these thumbnails, it's not just Eve doing this. It's women in general. Right? It's women in general, man. And for all of you Israelite women out there that you think that the heathen men are better than us, the women of these other nations, they lust after the Israelite, the man. Your Israelite, the man that's of your nation. Right? The man that's of your nation, they lust after the men of your nation. And they can see something in the men of your nation that you can't see. Because what you Israelite women don't understand is that the heathen women are in relationships for the most part with heathen men. And they know what goes on in their houses. They've seen that them heathen men are not all that they're cracked up to be. That they're overhyped. And that they're only in the position that they're in because the society is rigged in their favor. They already know what's really going on. They already know what's really up. That their husbands are some cornballs and some weirdos and some wimps and some straight up wastemans and demons. But you Israelite women, you're looking at it from the outside, just looking at, oh, these guys have got careers and this and that. Mate, if 17 nations, right, all decide to team up against one nation, and Yahweh also is against that nation to curse them, how are you gonna win? How are you gonna rise up and be the top nation when all the 18 nations on the earth, 17 of them are all teamed up against one because the Heavenly Father Yahweh has made them be teamed up against them. And then it's really 17.5 nations are all teamed up against 0.5 because our women of our nation really are against us as well in this world. So really it's like only the elect of the nation of Israel, the 144,000 and the great multitude against everyone else. So really it's like maybe a couple of million or a billion against the rest of the world, which would be like 7 billion, man. And although Yahweh's been against us, he's really on our side and he just did all of these things to punish us. So that we could get right and learn that we got to repent. We ain't going to get as rich as we want to be in this world. We ain't going to be able to have the glory and the respect that we want to have in this world. That's for the kingdom. All right, let's read some more. Georgia woman breaks down in tears following DUI arrest. See, that's just a average looking so-called white woman Edomite, right? In a dress and that. She's dressed feminine, right? Maybe the dress could have been a bit short, a bit longer, but she's dressed feminine. She's drunk. What's making her be a drunkard? A drunkard what's making her be a drunkard and a gatherer abroad? Because men ain't dealing with women's BS. They're trying to chase around these certain guys that Yahweh gave a certain level of handsomeness to, a certain level of riches, right? And men will never be deprogrammed from having it within them to want to have multiple wives. But this society is trying to tell them that they have to have that, but their own spirit is against doing that, especially when they have the availability to do it. So women are steady trying to believe what the world's told them that a man's supposed to have to do, but the man knows, I'm not doing that. And you can tell me in a societal way, oh, I have to have only one woman. But if I find the opportunity to not do that, then I'm going to do what I'm going to do. And the women will complain about this, but they're some of the biggest hypocrites because most of the women that complain about a man having more than one woman have had more than one man in their life before they came out of their teen years. Yeah? Before they came out of their teen years, some of these women have had more than one man. And that's being like ridiculously generous. Before a lot of these women come out of their teen years, which would mean from 13 to 19, right? How many men have most of them been with? It's easily double figures, and that's low numbers. Right? That's low numbers, man. That's rookie numbers for most of these women. They were like, that's it. The veteran ones out there are in four figures. And soon we're gonna come to find out that there's women that have got body counts that are in the five figures, man, which is a straight up abomination, mate. And then at the same time, these women that do that, they don't think, I'm through now and I don't deserve to have a certain. No, they still think they deserve to have access to every single other thing in the world. I don't care. If they think I don't care what my body count was, I should be able to still have access to every single thing that I had access to while I was a virgin. You know what I mean? It's ridiculous. We don't think that as men. We don't think if I'm poor and I ain't got money like that I deserve to be able to go and buy the richest of. We know we have to find a way to try and get some money. We'd know that as men. That wouldn't stop the man wanting certain things that he'd want, but he'd know that he doesn't have the ability to get it. Women, for some reason, in their wicked minds, don't have that within them, man, because their hearts snares and nets, and they're always looking for a way to trap somebody into getting them what they want. And Esau always provides them an avenue to trap people. Most entitled DUI meltdowns caught on body cam. Just alcoholics, most of these women are, man. But what causes somebody to be an alcoholic? Stress. What's stressing them out? That they can't get the men to do what they want them to do, because they actually think in their minds that men are supposed to listen to them. Ecclesiastes chapter 25 and verse 24, of the woman came the beginning of sin, and through her we all die. So if we follow women, we're going to be done, man. A lot of the views that women have in general in this world, if you ask them maybe 5 to 10 questions on their belief system, they'll change and they'll start agreeing with something else. Oh, so you think that women are supposed to rule, yeah? And that women are equal with men. Okay, so are women equal with men in strength? Well, not in strength. Okay, so they're not equal then. Well, nah. That was one or two questions. Cut to pieces, that foolishness. Oh, women are equal with men, yeah? Yeah, they are. So should women have to go out, and if the woman earns more money, should she have to pay everything? Oh, well, nah, the man's supposed to be the breadwinner and the provider, because that's what men... Oh, so you don't believe men and women are equal then? Well, I guess not then. Sliced it to pieces. That would be 2-3 questions, man. A lot of the things that they claim to believe is not real. It's just lies that Esau told them, to the point where you got women on podcasts that when they get asked, can you define what misogynistic means? They start breaking down crying like they've got spirits on them, mate. What does misogynistic mean? I'm not comfortable with this. You sound like an idiot. You sound like you should be in a straitjacket. But I digress. Next thumbnail. Body cam. Woman tries to play race card after DUI arrest. Well, if you're drunk and the evidence shows you're drunk, the race ain't got nothing to do with it. Now, if you wasn't drunk while driving, then they could be bothering you for some other reason. But you know that she would have been drunk, man. Women love getting drunk and going out and walking around the cities, especially over here in the UK. You got a term called ladettes. I don't know if people really use it that much no more, but you got a term. You used to have a term called ladettes, man, which would be women that are down in pints and then wiping a slimy Carlsberg off their mouth, man, burping. Go on, girl. Slapping down Jaeger bombs. And if any brothers out there has been to university and was in a student halls, they already know how these women are freeing up themselves in these universities, man. Absolute trollops, mate. Freeing up themselves out here. And even if you didn't go to university and ever went to a nightclub or went to a house party or some house party, man, you'd have seen how these women are just drunked off. Sleeping, falling asleep on couches, drunk, man. Becoming a dead weight that nobody can lift up, vomiting all on themselves. Vomiting all down themselves, man. Showing up to house raves, keep having to constantly pull down their skirt because it's only about 1 millimeter above the thigh line. Body cam. Woman, female Florida sergeant arrested for DUI by her own police department. See? Even the ones that are supposed to be responsible, they're still going off. And again, as you can see, it's not just Eve doing these things, it's all these women. They're all going off, right? Caught on body cam, top 8 DUI arrest women. Now, I didn't watch this particular video, I just found the thumbnails, right? But some of these people are women and some of them might be men. But I'm focusing on the women here, because some of these things that happen are a result of women being given too much freedom, them seeking to be equal with something that they're not equal to. Imagine if we tried to seek to try and be equal with Yahweh, right? And then we got given it, okay, you be equal with Yahweh, then and try and see if you can do all the things that Yahweh could. You know how quickly we'd bug out if we had to deal with all the things that Yahweh has to deal with and Yahweh Shai has to deal with. We wouldn't be able to handle it. Having to hear and deal with all the prayers of the Israelite. Wait, you wouldn't be able to handle that, man. You wouldn't be able to handle that. But women are trying to seek to be equal with something that's better than them. I know it might make you sad. Men are better than you. Right? The men that all you women out there that you dating one of these Hebrew Israelite brothers that believes in Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai, he's better than you. Right? I don't care if you don't think he's better than you. He's better than you. And the proof that he's better than you, right, is gonna be when the day of the Lord comes. All you people out there, man, let's listen up to this, man. Fucking listen to this, right? All you people out there in this world right now that you think you've got some power, right? If the power that you've got is real, it will be increased in the day of Yahweh's wrath. If the power that you've got is fake, it's going to be torn away when the day of Yahweh's wrath comes. Because in the day of Yahweh's wrath, everyone's going to be able to do what they want to do according to their own power. That's what the prophecy is saying is in 2nd Ezra, the 15th chapter, starting from the 14th verse, going down to the 19th verse. So all you females that you think you've got some power, we're going to see if that's true. Men that think that they've got some power, we're going to see if that's true. All the men that believe in Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai and believe that having faith in Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai gives you power, we're going to see if that's true. Everyone on earth is going to get their chance. Women are going to get their chance. Men are going to get their chance. Nerds, mighty men, rich men, men of wisdom, men of faith in Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai. Everyone's going to get their chance to see which thing is real. All the people that believe in different idols, everyone of different religions, everyone's going to get their chance to see if their God's going to show up and make the prophecies that they've claimed to be waiting for happen. Sikhs are going to get their chance. Hindus, you know what I mean? Buddhists, Christians, Hebrew Israelites, Islam, so-called small hatters. Everyone's going to get their chance to see if what's up with it, man. We're going to see. We're going to see which one stands tall above all the rest in that day. Let's go through some more. She defecated herself. Absolutely disgusting. Women getting so drunk that they're crapping their pants. You understand? Because they're drunk. And why are they drunk like that? Because they're giving too much freedom that they don't know what to do with it. Like they're thinking that this is the stuff that men do. Men don't desire to be free so that they can poo their pants while they're driving a car drunk. That's not really, you know what I mean? That's not really where it's at for us. But that's the things, the foolishness that women think in their minds. Let's go some more. Woman playing stealing game at Walmart, busted with large stash of drugs. Right? They're just bugged out. Women are claiming that men are broke in this world, right? But most of the cases that you see when women are going to these stops and stealing, it's most of the time women. Women doing 150,000 scams, women stealing all kind of things, man. Just stealing up the scene. But let them tell it. Men are bums. Let them speak about it. Men need to step their game up, step their weight up, and women ain't trying to do no 50-50. Do you know what I mean? I'll do 10%. Let them tell it. They can be 5'2", 250 pounds, and they deserve a man that's handsome. Not just a man with money only. No, a man that's handsome with money. But that woman herself is not beautiful in any man's eyes. But for some reason, she's a 10 out of 10 based on her own opinion, supposedly. But the evidence of her being 10 out of 10 is not there. The evidence of that 10 out of 10 speech that she's speaking of ain't really there in presence. But let them speak about it, then that's what it is, though. You know what I mean? Yahweh Shai was what didn't even call himself good. Yet you got women out here calling themselves a 10 out of 10. The pride levels. Yahweh Shai used to heal people with miracles and tell people, don't say nothing, man. Don't tell anyone I did this. But women are scared to have their own eyebrows the way that God gave them. And they're thinking they're a 10 out of 10. I'm a 10 out of 10, but I've got to cut my eyebrows off and draw some new ones on. But I'm a 10 out of 10. I'm a 10 out of 10, but I had to change my lips because I didn't like them. Yeah, okay. Absolutely ridiculous. Let's go some more articles, man. And there's a few, man. There's like 30 plus. Florida mom caught stealing from Target with her young son, you see? Isn't that on? But men are supposedly the bad parents, though, right? But women are out here going around with their children stealing. You know what I mean? Women are out here in this world starting OnlyFans with their daughters. Didn't Kim Kardashian's mom review her daughter's SEX tape? Like, that's off. Imagine a father saying that he did that with never mind his daughter, his own son. Imagine a father looked at his son's tape with a woman and was like, you know what, son, I don't think you was hitting it right there. You should have probably put your hips into it a bit more. Like, nah, that's off. But a mom did that with her daughter, and none of you women out there really think there's anything to say about that. But then you'd think that a man's a straight Lucifer himself. You'll think that a so-called black man's Satan himself because he slept with another woman one time. As if some of you women that are complaining about your man sleeping with another woman haven't committed adultery on your own man, that same man, before he did this thing that you think so-called adultery on you. You really already did it to him first, and he don't know about it, and you ain't confessed it. You women have got a nerve in this world, man. And as if you women was virgins before you got with the man that you with. No, you wasn't. In fact, you women laugh at another woman for being a virgin past a certain age. And I've seen women laugh at other women for being a virgin at 19 or for only dealing with one woman at 19 before. I've seen women do that, and all they're doing is letting everyone around them know that they're a harlot. But they find that funny. They should find that good. But it's clear in the scriptures that a harlot envies a righteous woman. And I'm not even saying that the woman was righteous, but she was righteous in that degree, in that particular point in life. She was doing the right thing in that point. Police surprise woman at Target after she steals $2,500 worth of merchandise. See, this will be the so-called good Edomite that people are talking about. Oh, look how innocent she looks. That's what people might think. Oh, she's an innocent woman. Yeah, right, man. That don't exist. She ain't got no tattoos on her. She's an innocent woman. Yeah, right. Do me a favor, mate. Stealing with her little kids ends in disaster. You see? These women be out with their children stealing. But they only try to focus on the things that men do all the time. And they projected what men do on them and used men as a scapegoat so that they could get away with crimes. And anytime that there would have been a man stealing in this world, there would have been about 3 or 4 women stealing too. Women are thieves, man. Let's just get that straight, man. When a woman decides to get pregnant by another man, right, and then make another man believe that that's his child, that's stealing. That's stealing that man's money. That's stealing that man's time. That's stealing that man's kindness. That's stealing that man's life, because he could have, had he known that that wasn't his child, raised and got with another woman and raised up his own seed and poured his finances into his own child. You know what I mean? Women have did a lot of wickedness on this earth, man. Drunk Florida woman plows down 2 people on sidewalk. Drunks again. Let's go some more. Entitled Florida mom's Walmart shopping scheme failed. You see? Thieves. Woman caught trying to steal $800 worth of makeup, you see? But they're so fine. Why are you stealing makeup for? You're attractive, right? So you shouldn't need it. You should have a natural beauty, right? Women are so bogged out in this world that they actually accuse men having a beard as the same as them wearing makeup, when our beard grows naturally. You don't naturally put foundation on, then mascara, then all the other concealer, and whatever the hell else it is, man. Blushes, lipstick. That's not natural. That's not built into your body, is it? But our beards are built into us. And that's why we can't make our beard grow past a certain length if it won't grow. Neither can we make gaps fill where they won't fill. Everyone's beard naturally goes to a certain way. Woman caught stealing at Walmart runs from the cops. You see what I mean? Now here's one thing that I wanted to show. That's even bugging out, attacking delivery drivers, trying to steal their bags. Ash, let go of the bag. Let's go to some more. This is why the Israelite, the so-called black women, are the least desirable to marry, and that's just facts, man. And it's not necessarily because of how they look, neither. It's because of their attitude, man. They could have the roundest one going behind themselves, right? The prettiest face, but their attitude will stink, man. And that will make them unattractive. So-called black women are furious. Other women are fetishizing black men. And that's would be, well, they are. They are offended by that because they want to believe that we ain't nothing. So then when the other women say that we are, think that we are something, then they got a problem with that. You know what I mean? Because when they try and look into these other nations, the other nations' men are not really looking at them like that on average. Now they'll look at the most attractive Israelite woman and be like, wow, she's amazing, because she will look amazing. But they're not just doing that to the average so-called black woman that's 300 pounds looking like Mark Henry out here, which exists. And we all know that it exists, man. If we're saying that a lot of them don't look unattractive, then we're lying. The so-called black woman of the tribes of Israel does not look better on average than the so-called Latino woman of the tribes of Israel. That's just facts. Now, let me go to this. I wanted to show another trend that's happening among these wicked-ass women. Right? 1 second, man. This is another trend. Here we go. Maths teacher allegedly grape teen. You see? But the reason why they're having to do this is because they ain't been able to get the attention that they want to get from men of adult age. So then they're trying to have to force and beg attention from anywhere they can get it, man. And this is one of the places that they can get it. They're through. And also some of them are trying to relive their younger years. And there ain't no excuses that you can try and make for these people for doing these things, because nobody don't want to make no excuses for men that get caught doing the same. They try and make this be some Hollywood movie when women get caught doing these things. But when men do it, it's a nightmare on Elm Street. You know what I mean? It's ridiculous out here. Teachers got student high to R-word him, then confessed her love. You see? They're bugging out. Look how crazy this woman's eyes are, man. Look at her. Look how crazy her eyes are, man. If you ever see a woman looking at you like that, mate, run for the hills. Look at how crazy she looks, man. Put a bit of paint on that, and that's Harley Quinn, mate. That would be Harley Quinn from DC, from the Joker's girlfriend, man. Student sues after teacher R-words him in classroom on graduation day. You see, that word never in times past used to be used to explain what women are doing with this, but now it is, because you women are starting to get judged, man, and everyone's starting to look at what you did wrong. Teacher who claims student impregnated her to face multiple R-word trials. You know what I mean? This world is bugged out, bro. Teacher R-word student before trying to destroy evidence. Like the cat's out the bag on you women, man. And then that's the last video. The last thumbnail. The cat's out the bag on you women, man. And everyone's starting to realize that you're all bugged out, man. Everyone's starting to realize that you women are bugged out. And that these are all the side effects of what's been taking place, because men are starting to stand up to the BS that you women are putting out there. And on that, I'm going to say shalom.